All right, thank you, Steve. Now, Chef Bud is here, like he is every Monday, cooking up some delicious food. And what we got going on today?
Well, hold it. What did you call it earlier? You didn't call it. You
I need to call it that. A delicious array of awesomeness.
Oh, that sounds good.
That's right.
Yeah. I don't know about all that.
Heavenly.
We're going to do this anyways. This is, summer is almost upon us, basically. And one of the things that people really struggle with is, they work all day. It's hot when they get home. They just don't feel like cooking. So this is a dish that, in my world, is cool because it kind of expands. And we'll talk about that in the next segment. But there's so many applications for it. It'll go a lot of different ways. And it's basically a chili shrimp, sort of. Because what you've done is you've taken a little bit of olive oil and a little bit of fresh garlic. And you could slice or chop the garlic either way. And then added some, I use McCormick black pepper flakes, and put those in there. And we're going to put just a little pinch of paprika in here, and you can use smoked paprika. It works really well for this. But you're going to cook this down, and it goes really fast because it obviously cooks really fast because the shrimp doesn't take long to cook.
Yeah.
But what this does really well for the person at home or even at the restaurants I deal with is it's a quick dish. It's something that can be done really fast. When you want to
quick?
What's
quick?
3 minutes.
Oh, I like this.
Yeah, see? Like you come home, you're tired.
Boom.
From work, you hit the old pyramid of power, and all of a sudden, what now, right?
Yes.
I've been trying to use pyramid of power for like 3 years now, so finally I got it in
You
there.
got to bust it
But
in.
yeah, we're going to put just a little bit of smoked paprika in here. And what you're basically trying to do is you're going to add some heat elements to this by using the pepper flakes. But we're going to draw it all together with a little lemon juice and some basil, okay? Now, you want to cook these down. You can see how they start to turn red. And they'll start to not be translucent. You'll be able to see how they've cooked up to a pretty pink. And we're going to put a little bit of lemon juice in here. You just want to go over the top of the shrimp. Now, you're creating a whole lot of different flavors here. And when I talk about this growing, is we're going to use this in a salad form, or we'll put some vegetables with it. And when we come back, and you're going to see how a dish like this kind of grows into something bigger than just shrimp in a pan. Okay. Now, when you get it to this point here, you just want to add some fresh basil in there. And it's important to do the basil at the end because you don't want it to really cook. You just want it to kind of get tossed in there with it. But I want you to see this when it comes out on the plate because it gives you a nice look. It also gives you, it's full of flavor. There's a lot of flavor in this dish.
I've always wondered how you come up with the ideas of what spices and what's flavors to put together.
A lot of times what happens is the spice or the herb kind of dictates it. You get into chickens and shrimp, stuff like that. Basil's great. You get into beef, thyme, tarragon, stuff like that's great. They kind of help each other, and what the best way I can describe it is a lot of times people in the Christmas time, holiday times, they always get the old fruit tray that comes in, and it has that yogurt dip in the center. And people go crazy for the dip. And what it really is that the dip, whether it be yogurt or cream cheese, whatever, it enhances the flavor of like the pineapple, the strawberry, whatever, and it pulls out the actual flavor of that product. But you think it's the dip. And same thing with herbs. A lot of times herbs will draw out flavor, draw out sweetness, that sort of thing. So does that make sense?
Absolutely.
So there's definitely a science to cooking that a lot of people don't really take into consideration. Well, Well, no. But the thing about it is whenever you're doing something like this, and the citrus from the lemon kind of draws this all together because you get the tartness with the heat. So you got a lot of different components working to do one thing, and that's when you really get kind of great dishes. I think is when you can tie all the kind of marry the flavors together is the big thing. So that for me that's the big thing is to try to figure out what will marry all these flavors and create something that other people can't do. So
perfect. Sounds
other
delicious.
than Anthony.
Well, if it's simple, I want to be able to follow
this
it.
Is
And that's
baby.
it.
That's why I went to this.
I want to see part 2
We were going to
coming
do
up.
lamb, but I knew you'd struggle with that.
Oh, keeping it simple. We love it. All right. Well, still to come, we're going to take a look at your quiz question, which you may actually know the answer to, so you guys are going to have to stick around for that.
Well, thank you, Steve. Thanks for tossing it over to me.
Well, it does.
Next.
It smells good.
I don't know what Steve did, but he doesn't get to be over here anymore. He did something. I'll talk to him about that. Yes, and I was talking earlier in the first segment about how dishes like this can grow. And one of the things that's good about it is it gives you, multiple applications. We did one there with salad. And, this is on a Hearts and Hearts blend, and then I added some Driscoll strawberries to it. And you can see in there the little carrots. It's a bicolor carrot. It's got a nice sweet flavor to it. It's got the light yellow carrot and then the dark orange carrot.
Beautiful.
We've used the same carrot in here, and what we've done now is we've taken this kind of to a different place. I don't want to use the word level, but place.
That's the whole sports thing.
I know. I was going to do that, but I didn't want to take out of your glory.
All
so
right,
anyways,
cool.
What we've done is we've taken the same principle, okay? We've done everything the same, but we added the vegetables to it prior to putting the shrimp in, okay? So, and I've just put the lemon juice on like we did before. We're going to have some basil over the top. We've got some of the same bicolor carrots, which I just love. It's actually an organic product as well. We got some zucchini in there, a little bit of a red bell, some green onion. And all you do is, you toss this together and you come up with a wonderful, I think it's just an incredible dish. And again, this is something that you can do really quick. Now, I want to do something real quick. I want to split this. I want to show you one other thing that's, it's all about kind of adding flavors to things and increasing the flavor of the dish. So one of the things you can do after you do something like this is add just a little bit of sesame oil to your pan. And again, it's going to add another flavor to it, okay? What you want to do whenever you're cooking like this, and this is, honestly, I know some people at home are like, well, we already do that. And I'm sure they do. But let me tell you something. This is, to me, the best form of cooking there is for several reasons. One reason is because you get a lot of flavor, and you're building layers of flavor. It's kind of like texture. You look at the salad, you're doing the same thing. You've got the crunchiness of the romaine hearts. It works its way up to the softness of the shrimp. You put the strawberries on there, you get some color and some sweetness. Same thing with this. We got some rice underneath there, some Uncle Ben's rice. You start building these textures, and you get these layers of flavor that maybe you don't get every day with your everyday meals. And that's what kind of makes food exciting to me, is to be able to build these different things and build these different layers.
It's like a science, really.
It is. Well, and I don't want this word to be taken wrong, because I'm not in any way, shape, or form an artist. But there is a lot of art that goes into it, as far as not only from the standpoint of how it looks, but how it tastes, how it smells. You use the garlic in there, you use these different items, the sesame oil. You get different flavors and you get different smells, and that's what people are.
Well, with art, too, you can pretty much add your own personality into this kind of dish.
Make it bold with some spice or whatever the case may be. But it's a good time of the year to do stuff like this. The Driscoll strawberries are phenomenal this time of year. Bicolor carrots you can find out there in the market. The fresh vegetables, and is a beautiful picture of it right there. And using the fresh herbs, basil, even tarragon. I used some tarragon this weekend, some thyme this weekend on a dish for a party I did. So a lot of different things going on, but you got a lot of different options, and the citrus. Don't forget the citrus. So I've got it. Before we go, I promised the guy I'd do something here.
Oh, okay.
Let's see it.
I opened a place over in Pampa for a customer of mine, and it's called Mojo's. JJ and Mike own. It's a wonderful place. People stop in and see me there all this week. But there was a guy there and his girlfriend, Vinny and Sarah. They watch Daybreak all the time.
Woohoo.
So they called me over to the table, and he was very excited to meet me. And I told him I would say hi to him this morning. And we appreciate their business. And all the folks, there was a lot of folks that recognized me from Daybreak, and it was fun to have them all out there. A lot of people said you were doing a great job, pal.
Oh, wow, that's really nice. But you're the stud here, bud.
Yeah, but with my job with Benny Keith, it's fun to get these places open and see a lot of people. And if you're in Pampa, stop into Mojo's. It's a great place. So.
All right.
Very nice.
Thank you. We always appreciate when you're in here. And, of course, these recipes are always very easy to do. And you can find those on our website, connectamarillo.com.
And hopefully you get some sleep today. This poor girl. Every Sunday, it seems I see her on TV and then in the morning.
Oh, you're so
sweet. Get well, Meredith.
Oh, right. Well, coming up next, we'll have your answer to your quiz question. Stay with us.
Thank you very much for coming in again and cooking this up.